Hello, Earle Pughe here. Today I'm continuing on Mama Tried by Merle Haggard. It's part of the country guitar series that I've been doing. It's really great to be looking at some of these classic tunes that I'd kind of let fall by the wayside over the years. So there's a previous video on the intro to Mama Tried, so please check that out, and it'll give you a little background. We've got inversions here. So we've got a D7 down on frets open 1, 2. We could move that up to frets 12, 13, 14, D, A, C, F sharp. And we would also have a D9 chord up at in that neighborhood. So we'd have a E, a C, an F sharp, and a D. So it's going to start off with a pre-bend. We're going to bend that E from the D9 up to the F sharp, and it may be bent not quite all the way to F sharp, so it's just a tiny bit blue, and then we're going to release it and then catch the flat 7, the C. Down on frets 5 and 7 we have a D7 chord. We have a D, an A, a C, an F sharp, and another A. And we would have on frets 4 and 5 the D9 chord, sometimes known as the disco 9. Once again, we're going to kind of move from that 7 down to the 9. So we're going to start with a pre-bend. So it's bent not quite to F sharp, but very close. Bend it down to the E, and then catch the C natural, the flat 7. So very bluesy. On frets 3, 4, 5, we have the standard G chord. If we just look at strings 1, 2, 3, 4, we'd have a G, a B, a D, and a G. Well, we also need an E note. So if we thought of a G6 chord, we'd have G, B, D, E. So we're going to use slide into the B, then the D, up to the E, and back to the D. We had 2 measures on D, then 2 measures on G. Now we've got, we're back to D for 1 measure. So he hammers into D on the 5th string, then hits the open D. Then we've got an F, and then 2 Ds, but I believe that 1 is on the 5th string and 1 is the open 4, because they sound different, and that would be the way to get them to sound different. Then a G, then we have 2 Ds again, and they sound slightly different. The ring is different. Then we have a blues lick. We have used a flat 5. We're actually on the A chord at this point, but he's going to play an A flat, but it's really part of the D. If you think of the D blues scale, we're going to use that flat 5 from the D blues scale. We're back to the D chord, and we use that same pre-bend. But at the end there, those 2 notes ring together a little bit, and that C natural is longer than it was before. And this is kind of a critical thing here. It's a James Burton on guitar, and his phrasing is really interesting. That first C is quite short. The second one is a little longer. The first pre-bend and release is 1, 2, and then the C is on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then same thing on the lower one, 1, 2, 3, 4. But on this last one, we've actually gotten to the D, so, on the and of 4, and it's tied over the bar line. On that blues lick at the end over the A7 chord. That D starts on the and of 4 and the last, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. solo in the middle of Mama Tried, we've also got Glen Campbell on nylon string. Glen plays banjo rolls on the guitar. He's got an interesting D chord. He's got the open D, and he's got the D on the 3rd string at the 7th fret, and he's got an A up on fret 10 of the 2nd string. So we're actually missing the F sharp. Now in the intro, he has a moving line. In the solo, he doesn't do that. He goes thumb 1, 2, thumb 1, 2, thumb 1. And then he's got a G chord on frets 7, 8, 9. And we can also move that up to frets 9, 10, 11 for the A chord. So because this is a 3-finger roll, thumb 1, 2, and they're all 8th notes, 1 and 2, we're going to need to modify the roll to make it fit 4/4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so thumb 1, 2, thumb 1, 2, thumb 1. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on the solo to Mama Tried. Please give me a like. Please consider subscribing. Have a great week, and I will see you next week with another song. Thank you.